Hey guys, it's Taku. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Oh, another 3 months have passed and I haven't really posted anything on any of my socials. It's ridiculous. I've missed you all so much though, and I'm so glad to be back behind the camera with some more anime goodies to show you guys. Part of the deal about running an anime, or I guess any channel that's like haul based, is when you don't have anything to haul, you don't really have anything to record. And so over the past, several months, I haven't really bought much. I've been enjoying what I have. The stacks have gone to the roof. It's too much. And so over, let's see, like winter break and some of the fall and a huge part of these 4 months in the spring. Now, I can't believe May is already almost here, but I've just been enjoying what I have, really. Between streaming and going through the stacks, there's just so much. And so what I have here is, I'm going to call it my spring anime haul, but really this is stuff that goes like during the holidays. I think some of the stuff just from the end of 2024 up until now. And it's really not much. It's really not much. So let me go ahead and jump right into it with something that's not even anime. This is Godzilla -1. This is the Takashi Yamazaki one. This is like the latest Godzilla that, of course, kind of swept the world. And you can probably hear it outside my window, but with spring here, we get a chorus of spring sounds. You will hear partners from the birds. You will hear the choir of other road sounds, and, you know, I can't really help it. So funny thing about this is it was a wishlist item that I had put on for just family, for anyone who was wanting, interested in getting it. I've already seen it. I watched it, I think it is on Netflix. And so I received the 4K version of it. Oh my gosh, this is tough. And I actually don't own a 4K player yet, so I can't really play this right now. I'm tempted to go back and get a standard Blu-ray of it just to have a second one, and then when I get eventually a 4K player, I'll have this. 4K is something that's so far down the line from me that I just wasn't sure what to do with this yet. So Godzilla -1, great movie, by the way. It's fantastic. And then this is the other stack. So my brother kind of went all out with gifts this year, and he got me not just 1 or 2 or 3, but all 5 of the Viz Sailor Moon re-release Blu-rays. It's ridiculous. I was obviously like completely floored when I received these as a gift. It's also funny because I think to this day my Sailor Moon collection video is like my most viewed video on this channel, and so it's funny to like be able to look at these now, and I remember in that video I said, Viz, I think re-released these, I don't know when I'm ever gonna get them, and got them all at once. So also these releases feel a lot nicer in person. There's kind of a dual texture going on with like the matte here and the gloss here. Still kind of upset though that they put Usagi on all of them. Like it's just Sailor Moon on every single one. But aesthetically, they are nice. They are simple. And if you are collecting Sailor Moon now for the first time, these are the sets I recommend getting. This is just it without the oversaturated visuals, but it's still the nice, clean Blu-ray cut of it. And haha! I took out the discs because you already know the first thing that went down was I did all the disc swapping. I put all the discs of this into my limited edition set, which the limited edition sets, they now had extra spaces when I took out the DVDs. So now my box set is pretty maxed out. I like the aesthetic here. This is really cute, actually. It's kind of like stationary. So odd, though, for like a Sailor Moon release. I'm like, there's so much Sailor Moon artwork, and this is what it is. But you'll see here, at least there's a consistent kind of theme across all of these. But yeah, my box sets now have all of the Sailor Moon in both versions of the Blu-ray. So it's actually kind of cool to have the original, I don't want to say original, but like Viz's first release of it and their second. I don't think there are any changes to like the extras content. I think the extras all remain the same, and it's just the quality of the Blu-ray itself is different. So I was really, I had grown content with what they had given us. So I did not have any immediate plans to buy these. This one might be one of the better ones, just because there's so much more going on. Such an odd choice. Very cute for like Japanese stationery. Not sure how I feel on like the like formal US Blu-ray release, but whatever, Viz. Here's season 4, which I do not like the way this one looks. I don't like how much larger everything. This is less cute. This is less kawaii, if that makes sense. But what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna take all the DVD copies that I've got that are in my DVD case. For those who don't know, I take the DVD Blu-rays that got like 2 copies of the discs and I gut them. I put all the DVDs into one separate bag so that like my family members can borrow it and enjoy 200 episodes of Sailor Moon whenever they want, wherever they want. And then I have my own copy. But I think what I'll do is I'll put all the DVD copies in this and then gift this to a family member. So satisfying to be able to look at all of these. It really is. I do like these. And I'll probably end up getting the movie re-release as well, especially with the choice of artwork that they went with it. The next ones that I've got are 2 Animego releases. This is actually would be then my first time buying Animego, I think. But this is Time of Eve, complete collection. I have a special place in my heart for Time of Eve. Little bit of story time. So I came to YouTube originally as an anime blogger in the WordPress anime blogging community, which is still technically a thing. I just think a lot of blogging kind of goes, it rides with the times. It trends in and then it trends out. And I still have my blog. I spend money on the domain so that it's mine now, which I should probably check on that. Anyway, when I started, it was Takuto's Anime Cafe. So if you knew me, that's where the whole image came from. When I started YouTube, I just kept it as Takuto, and on all my socials, I've been seeing it. So if you see Takuto AC on my Twitter account, or I think it's Instagram account and other accounts going forward, the AC stands for Anime Cafe. Now you know that's where it comes from. It's not like initials or anything. It's Takuto Anime Cafe. And Time of Eve was the aesthetic inspiration that kind of launched it. In fact, I think there is still a Time of Eve screenshot of this exact cafe on the sidebar of my website. If it's still there, I'm assuming it was not taken down. Because that's the other thing with online, blogging or posting is as images move on and off the internet, you just kind of lose them. And yeah, so if it's still there, which I think it is, it was this. It was literally a screenshot of this. I think there's a caption that says, "Please enjoy your stay," or something like that. And this was the vibe we were going for. Because Yasuhiro Yoshiura's works were I don't know, they were monumental in kind of giving me inspiration for some of the more unique anime out there. Something that wasn't just, this is even out of the way of regular anime films. So, Animego has stepped up to re-release this and has the license to it now. And what I did, it's very tight on. By the way, lovely release. I'm enjoying the full art on the back and the consistent spines, which you'll see with this next release. And on the inside, I kept they've got a slip wrap here, which does still include the short films Pale Cocoon and Aquatic Language. That was a must. One of the reasons, though, I bought it, actually the reason I bought it, was because I own a Blu-ray of it, which you'll see in a sec. But this release comes with, I think it said it on here, it comes with the full OVA series. Yeah, the original 6-part web series, which it was kind of put together, and the film. These days, I recommend the film because the film contains a little bit more information. It's got some additional scenes in it, and it just brings it together nicely. But the series did not have that on Blu-ray, so it's kind of a cool artifact now. And this is where things get a little different. This book is from the Kickstarter version of the series, and this case is actually the Kickstarter case as well, because this is where the soundtrack goes. This is the Animego disc, and then on the inside I went ahead and just kept both of my slips. So the AnimeGo release just has this on the inside, which is fine, perfectly serviceable. This is the original release of it though. You can see it's got the funded with Kickstarter down here, which I was not a part of, but I picked it up shortly after. And then the inside just has some information on the different kinds of like androids that you see in the series. And I like these. I just like these kind of notes. I like how it's different artwork information from the inside. And it's a little shelf homage to that original set that kind of, and it still has like a place in my heart. I always think of anime as often as you can like personalize the physical release. Like this is like, it sits on my shelf as like a photo album in a way. When I pull it off, I'm reminded of everything that comes like with it, the time that I was watching it. So these are actually art cards from the Kickstarter release, which are pretty cool. And then there's this little art book pamphlet thing that just has some information. I think this is the soundtrack information. That actually might be it. And then it looks like some interviews. So you can pause that if you want to read it. It's pretty cool. Nice. I do have a little Time of Eve art book as well that was released around the same time. So, you know, I've got a full art collection of it. But now it really feels like my Time of Eve mission is all like 100% with the series on Blu-ray, the film on Blu-ray, and another reason I wanted it is because it came with a slipcover, and the releases for gosh, I'm losing the names now. Yoshiro, right? Oh, it says here. Yeah, Yasuhiro Yoshiro's works. The US releases for them all have vibrant spines by total coincidence. So Sing a Bit of Harmony has a really bright yellow spine. Patama Inverted is the like traditional black GKIDS, but it has a blue foiling. And now Time of Eve has this vibrant pink. So I just like how now all my releases match up really well. Speaking of releases though that match really well, and maybe I will do a side-by-side comparison, I do have Nasu, Summer in Andalusia. I think that's how you pronounce it, Andalusia. It's like in Europe or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the map. But it's this was a nice little, is it 40-minute film. And I'm just gonna open on the inside. And I totally admired this one for aesthetic purposes. I've never seen Nasu, not until getting this release. But I'd seen like screenshots of it a lot. You see a lot of the landscaping because it feels so authentic to Andalusia's arid climate, kind of desert shrub, but also these like large, I don't know, like mesa-like or plateau settings. But this is where they had the bike competition in this story, and it is a 40-minute little thrill ride about, I think his name was Pepe. I don't know if it says it on here. Oh yeah, Pepe. He's competing in this. It's kind of tea though, because his brother is also marrying the girl that he liked on the same day, but everyone's in it to support Pepe. So they after their wedding, they drive out to this bar to watch the race kind of unfold on live TV, and eventually they ride past the bar, and it's as the race is going on, you see all of the kind of the memories of them throughout like childhood and going into adulthood, and the decisions people make to pursue their craft, but also how much do we attribute our successes in life to the places we grow up. Should we, detach ourselves from our hometowns once we leave them? How do we hold on to the past? And so it's written and directed by Kitaro Kosaka, but it is based off of a manga, I believe. And I like it because it is, it says right here, animation director of Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away and The Wind Rises. Director of Oko's Inn. Yeah. Comes the first ever anime film to compete in the prestigious, is it Cannes Film Festival. So I enjoyed it. This was really fun. I like this sketch style artwork, and I notice a lot of AnimeGo's releases are doing this. So the more that they can find, I quite like these. So silly, goofy, exhilarating little slice of life. It's fun to imagine myself walking in someone else's shoes through a work like this. I only have 3 more left, so I'm going to try to go through these a little faster. This is going longer than I thought. I have Uru TV Collection Part 1 from Discotek. This is, I believe, the first, 50 or so, 54 episodes. And it is, of course, based off of the Rumiko Takahashi manga. Sorry, it's like winded. And I bought this solely because it's time. It's time for me to watch all of Urusei Yatsura. I went ahead and did watch the first episode before buying this, just to make sure it'd be something that I would want. And like, the answer is like, yes. This is very in line with what I enjoy. It's very in line with, I have all of Ranma on DVD from Viz Media. And so it fills a nostalgic part of me that on a given weekend or even weeknight, I can just watch a few episodes and like settle into a routine for 200 episodes. And so, I didn't really show you much of this. And so, yeah, it's funny, it's humorous, of course. Sets are costly though, so I can't just buy all of them at once. I'm trying to get them as I go. Although another reason I got it is because I was a bit scared that these are going to go out of print already. So, same with this next one. This is Urusei Yatsura Only You. And I believe this is the other one that was directed by Mamoru Oshii. Yeah, witness the directorial debut of acclaimed animation master Mamoru Oshii. Beautiful Dreamer is much better. It's the second film, I believe. So it's a much better movie. But I wanted to get his other one just in case. I think there are six or seven Urusei Yatsura movies. There's a lot of them. So I grabbed this before anything happens to it, because I'm already sitting here kind of kicking my heels that I did not get Galaxy Express 39 while all of it was out. You guys might remember I picked up the films for it because the series went out of print. So, who knows? Life works in mysterious ways. It seems like sometimes things that you want, they circle back in a cosmic sense. Urusei Yatsura is a funny story, though, about Lam, who's an alien, and Ataru, who is just a boy. And the comedy that ensues. I mean, it's perverse, it's goofy, it's so unserious, and it's like 200 episodes long. So, if that's your thing. The next one is Big Fish and Beagonia. I do have to... I got this used at actually the latest anime convention I went to. So this might be one of the newer releases because this was from March then. It was used. It was only like $7 and it was with the slipcover. So I was like, yes, please. I'm trying to collect my Chinese animation backlog. And it had a sticker up here. So I did the trick of rubbing it with alcohol and I went too far. It's like all the colors starting to fade. So if you see like white kind of ghosting throughout here, you can see it up here too. That's not actually the artwork. That's me messing up big time and stripping the actual ink off the thing. This is a retelling of part of a legend. I don't remember what the larger collection is, but these are like a couple of excerpts from that larger legend in this story of a girl who she's like from this kind of land of immortals. She goes down to the human world, and on her return trip back, a human boy is injured and actually dies, trying to help her cross back into the other side. The boy is reincarnated as this big fish, part of a legend, and now the story is how long can these two stay together before the balance between the immortal world and the mortal world is fully at risk. So it's quite epic in scale once it gets going. It has lull periods though that do feel very Spirited Away-ish. I think this is actually like the closest it gets. So I liked it. I liked its quiet moments, I think, a little bit more than when it was doing a lot, because trust me, it does a lot. And it does have this interesting switch between, like, sometimes it's 3D, sometimes it's not. I don't know. It's interesting. As a project from, I think, 2016, I did enjoy it. I did like it. And then this boy is just kind of third wheeling. I say he's kind of third wheeling as if he's not like the other main character, but that's what's going on. It's a romance. It's drama. It's a bit tragic. It's actually quite tragic. And yeah, all the good stuff. So you can stream Big Fish and Beagonia on Crunchyroll, I think. And last but certainly not least is Nya Nya Nya, Ghost Cat Anzu is here. It's a film by Yoko Kuno and Nobuhiro Yamashita. This film is so stupid. This film is so dumb. It's very cute too. It's the kind that I want to show to like my family as soon as I finished it. It is about Karen-chan is this girl. She gets sent off to the countryside after, I believe, mom passes away. And she has to kind of rework her life out there, and it's boring, and there's not much to do because she's a Tokyo girl. And this cat works at a nearby shrine that she's kind of dropped off at, while her dad... He made some choices and he owes money to like the Yakuza. So he's off doing that. And this cat is literally a personified human cat. He's a ghost cat. Everyone in the community just kind of knows him as Anzu. And so Anzu does what Anzu wants. And that's actually it. That's like the plot. This artwork is gorgeous though. I'm in love with this. It's another kind of, oh my gosh, it's like Big Fish and Beagonia. It is a tale of being spirited away. There are parts where they travel to the underworld to try to see if they can reunite with Karen's mom because she's really having regrets about, you know, everything that's happening. And it's sweet. And of course, there's a hilarious chase that ensues in the underworld. It's lighthearted. It's good humor. It uses rotoscope as like the main kind of animation technique. So you can see that they've mapped onto like live human animations. And I wish that this DVD or that this Blu-ray release included like the actual behind the scenes clips of them doing it, because GKIDS would post them for their publicity, and I thought surely that would make it into the Blu-ray. It does not. You do not get the funny like you know, the live action crew wearing all the cameras and walking around and licking himself like a cat, like the actual actor who would play as Anzu. You don't get any of that on this release, which was kind of sad. So I think you can find it online if you're really interested. But it was kind of one of those releases I was really hyped up for, and I missed it in theaters at the like end of last year, I believe. Sometime last year. And so I did get the Blu-ray, watched it right away. So cute, so funny. Nothing super deep, but it's one of those stories, you know, when you mess with the powers that be, you do start to realize like, oh, things happen for a reason, you know. Whoa, everything just spilled. So this is what I meant by like, if you take out Sailor Moon, it really is not a lot that I got, especially because Sailor Moon was a gift, or like not a purchase, but a gift. So this is it. Guys, if you are watching any of these or collecting any new releases, any new Animega releases, or GKIDS especially, let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to know what you guys are interested in. But until next time, I guess, I'll try to be more in the loop. But until next time, see you later.